Some students at Texas Tech are giving the gift of increased transportation to folks in Open Doors housing program.
KCBD News Channel 11's Joshua Ramirez was there as the wheels started turning on this new pilot program.
That's mode one. Which way we're going? Out that door? It'll help me get there faster and easier.
Yeah. Dennis Howard is talking about his brand new e-bike, a gift made possible by the students in Texas Tech's Civil Leadership Program. Director of the program, Jason Hedricks, says students were looking for a way to make an impact on their community.
Our students started brainstorming ideas, and so one of the ideas they had was this electronic bike program. The students put together a proposal to fund 10 electronic bikes.
That funding made possible by the Helen Jones Foundation and the beneficiaries, 10 members of Open Doors Supportive Housing Program. Howard is one of them. He says his new ride showed up just in time.
I was kind of in shock. It was kind of an answered prayer that I've been praying about lately.
Howard has used a bike to get around for a while now, and he says it's been tough at times. He even suffered a broken leg when he was hit by a car riding downtown.
Riding that bike kind of gets me caught up sometimes in the streets with the flats, but this one I get there easier, less strain on my ankle, and help out a lot.
Leadership students are taught to assess the issues in their community, and after some time doing that, Savannah Ivy, one of the students who started this pilot program, says there was a clear need for transportation assistance.
That was one of their biggest issues, to getting to the resources, getting jobs, and just overall being able to successfully live here in Lubbock was transportation.
After some time searching, she and her partner, Nathan Fuquay, found the answer.
Ultimately, we found Swagatron online, and they happened to be doing a really big sale on their bikes, and so we were able to purchase more units.
Now those units have arrived, and they're rolling out with a group of people who needed them most. Ivy says she's proud to see the vision of the program come to fruition.
It's just really nice to finally see it all come together, from just like oh, maybe we'll do that, to like it's actually happening.
Howard says it's exactly what he needs right now.
I couldn't think anything better for right now until I get back on my feet again.
Joshua Ramirez, KCBD News Channel 11.